Hi everyone, this is Professor Oaks, and in this video we are going to discuss converting converting between systems of measurement and temperature. Okay, so here we go. All right, so the two systems of measurement that we've talked about, or that you know about, are the English system and the metric system. So the English system will have measurements such as inches or feet or yards or miles or ounces or quarts or or gallons, right, or pounds. But the metric system will just always have meters and grams and then liters. All right, so if we want to look at the first one, and it says convert 8,100 milligrams to pounds, so 8,100 milligrams, mg is milligrams, to pounds, and pounds is lb, is the abbreviation for pounds. Then we see that we're starting with metric, and then we want to end up with something that is English. So when we look at our conversion chart from the lesson here, we need to make sure that we're looking on the side that says metric to English, not on the side that says English to metric. All right. So if we look at this and we look here and we want to go from something that says grams to pounds, well, the only thing that I see here in the metric to English box that said pounds is 1 kilogram equals 2.20 pounds. Right, so that's the only one here that even says pounds. So I have to use that one. So right now, what I see here then is that I first need to go ahead and convert the milligrams to kilograms, and then the kilograms to pounds. So let's go ahead and do that. So if you remember from before, if we have 8,100 milligrams, we can use the metric staircase to convert this to kilograms. So we have 8,100 milligrams, and then we have 810 centigrams, and then 81 decigram, and then 8.1 grams, 0.81 decagrams, and then 0.081 hectograms, and 0.0081 kilograms. So then I can go back and I know that, well, converting 8,100 milligrams to pounds is the same as converting 0.0081 kilograms to pounds. And then all I need to do then is look at what I have here, right? So I have a proportion. This is x. So I have a 0.0081 over 1 equals x over 2.20. So these are both units of kilograms. These are both units of pounds. And then I cross multiply. So x is equal to 0.0081 times 2.20. So if I do that multiplication, I get 0.0081 times 2.20. That is 0.01782 pounds. All right, so there is my answer right here. What a time to be alive. All right, let's try another one here. So let me use a different color pen here so that nothing gets confused here. So I have 9 cups and I want to convert that to blank number of liters. So I see cups is actually in the English system and liters is in the metric system. So what I need to do is make sure that I'm on the side of my chart here that says English to metric. All right. So now I don't actually see cups on here, but I do see liters. So let's look at this. So I see that 1 quart is equal to 0.95 liters. It doesn't matter which one of these two that I use. I just need to use one that says liters. So just like how I converted the milligrams to kilograms before I could do anything else, I need to convert the cups to the quarts. So now I know from before then that here we have 2 cups is equal to 1 pint, and then 2 pints is equal to 1 quart. So let's try this. So we have 2 cups is equal to 1 pint. So then if I want to know how many pints 9 cups is, then we have 9 cups and then x pints. All right, I cross multiply, so 2x is equal to 9. And then I divide by 2, so x is 9 divided by 2, or 4.5 pints. And then I can go ahead and convert the pints to quarts. So I know that from the same chart, I know that 2 pints is equal to 1 quart. So I have that 4.5 pints equals x quarts, and then from the chart I knew that 2 pints was equal to 1 quart. So then I just do this division here, or cross multiply. So 2 times x is equal to the 4.5, and then divide by 2 on each side. So x is 4.5 divided by 2. So then 4.5 divided by 2 is 2.25, and that will be quarts. All right, so now I really know that 9 cups then is 2.25 quarts. So what do I have here? We have 2.25 quarts equals how many liters? Well, this is x liters here. So really, I just have a proportion again. So let me go ahead and get a piece of paper here so that it will be easier for you to see what is going on here than for me just to scrunch it all into this little spot here. So then what I'll do is just set up the proportion. So it's 2.25 over 1 equals x over 0.95. So these are both in quarts and these are both in liters. So I cross multiply. So x is 2.25 times 0.95. And the answer will end up being in liters. So 2.95 or is it, yeah, 2.25, sorry, 2.25 times 0.95, that will be the 2.1375, and that will be in L liters. So that is the number of liters. So 9 cups is equal to 2.1375 liters. That is what I am saying here. So essentially, if you can think about it, if you go and buy a 2 liter of pop, right, that's about 9 cups, a little bit over 9 cups. So just sort of think about it like that if you're trying to visualize what this would look like. All right, so now let's go on to another one here. So let me pull up the next problem here. So here we go. So it is convert the 1,140 deciliters to quarts. So 1140 deciliters. So it's DAL to blank quarts. So remember, deciliters are in the metric system and quarts are in the English system. So we want something that is metric to English. So metric to English. And if I look for which one is quarts, I say 1 liter is about 1.06 quarts. So 1 liter is about 1.06 quarts. But then I see that I am going to need to convert the 1,140 deciliters to liters first. So let me use the metric staircase to do that. So I have 1,140 deciliters here. So then this will end up being, if I want to change it to liters, all right, so that will just be 11,400 liters. So then this is 11,400 liters. So that will equal X quarts. So then I just have a proportion here. 11,400 over 1 equals X over 1.06. So then if I cross multiply, X is 11,400 times 1.06, and that answer will be in quarts. So then if I have 11,000, all right, so 11,400 times 1.06, this is going to be X is 12,084 quarts. So what I'm actually saying is that the 1,140 deciliters is equal to 12,084 quarts. What a time to be alive. That is a lot of quarts to deal with. All right, so let's try another one here. So here is the problem. Convert 2 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. So here we go. So let's try to do that one today here. So let's see. So Celsius, that is going to be, here is the temperature scale. All right. So Celsius is how temperature is measured in the metric system. And then Fahrenheit is how it is measured in the English system. How temperature is measured in the English system. So here is the formula from the lesson. So to convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit, we would use this formula. And from Fahrenheit to Celsius, we would use this formula. So since we want the Celsius to Fahrenheit, we want the F is 9 over 5C plus 32. But some people just write it as 1.8C since that's the decimal form of 9 over 5. So if you want to do that, you can do that too. So F is 1.8C plus 32. Now, you know that you want to convert the 2 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. So I'm just going to substitute that 2 in for the number of degrees Celsius to figure out the number of degrees Fahrenheit that this will be. So we have 1.8 times 2 plus 32. And 1.8 times 2 is going to be, what is that going to be? That is going to be 3.6 plus 32. So that is 35.6. So this is 35.6 degrees F, or degrees Fahrenheit. So C is for Celsius and F is for Fahrenheit. So there you go. And this is the degree symbol. Of course, so I could write 35.6 degrees, right, Fahrenheit, if I wanted to write it out in the exact symbols here, or in the exact words, all right? So 36.5, or is it 35.6 degrees Fahrenheit. So there it is, 35.6. What a time to be alive. And you can see that's just a little bit warmer than it is outside right now. So let's try another one right now. So here is another problem for us to do today. Where did it go? All right, so we have 50 gallons to hectoliters. So here is the conversion. So 50 gallons, and we have, that's equal to blank hectoliters. Now, gallons is in the English system, and hectoliters is in the metric system. So we want English to metric. So if I look at my formulas for English 2 metric. I need something with gallons and liters. So there is 1 gallon, or 1 gallon is about, or 1.0 gallons. 1 gallon is approximately 3.78 liters. Now the only thing left to do is actually change the you really need to change the liters to hectoliters so that we can figure out what this is supposed to be, right? So let's look at the metric staircase here. So here we go. So we want 3.78 liters, and we want to move to hectoliters. So that will be 0.378 deciliters and then 0.0378 hectoliters. So this is 0.0378 hectoliters. So 1 gallon is about 0.0378 hectoliters. And now we set up the proportion just like before. So we have gallons and gallons, and then X hectoliters, so hectoliters and hectoliters. All right, so now this will end up being 50 over 1 is X over 0.0378. Then we go ahead and we cross multiply, so X is 50 times 0.0378, and that will be again in hectoliters. So 50 times 0.0378, that will be the about the 1.875 hectoliters. So to the nearest hundredth, that would be the about 1.89 hectoliters. All right, what a time to be alive. So there we go. So let's try another one. So what do we have here? We have 177 decagrams to ounces. So 177 decagrams, so DAG, to blank ounces, so OZ, so DAGOZ. That's how you represent the abbreviation for decagrams and the ounces. So decagrams is metric system, and ounces is in the English system. So we want to go from metric to English. So do we have anything that's grams to ounces? Well, we do right here. We have 1 gram is approximately 0.035 or 0.035 ounces. So now what we need to do then is change the 117 decagrams to grams. So here is a metric staircase again. So 117 decagrams to grams. So that would give us 1,117 grams. So then we have 117 decagrams is 1,117 grams, and that will be equal to X ounces. So then I set up my proportion. These are both grams. These are both ounces. So there we go. We just cross multiply. 1 over 1,117 is 0.035 over X. So X is 1,117 times 0.035, and that will end up being in ounces because X is in ounces. So 1,117 times 0.035 or 0.035, that will end up being, what is that going to be? That will be, here we go. All right, so here we go. So that will be 39.095 and then ounces. So X was in ounces. So there you go. And actually, I think that if you were savvy enough to notice it, this is one case where I wrote the problem down incorrectly. So the problem was supposed to be, if you look at it, it was going to be 177, and I wrote down 117. So I'm just going to cross that out and make it 117. There we go. So it's like it never happened, right? All right, so I hope that you enjoyed that problem here. So let's try another one here. So we have convert 1,909 decimeters to yards. So where is this conversion chart here? So All right, so we have 1,909 decimeters, so that will be dm, to yards, that's yd, so equal blank yards. So we're going from metric over to the English system here. So we want to see if we have something with meters and yards here in metric to English. Well, 1 meter is about 1.09 yards. So we have 1 meter is about 1.09 yards. And then I need to go ahead and then convert the 1,909 decimeters to meters. So let me find a metric staircase here. So I have 1,000, and let me not get the number wrong this time, 909 decimeters, and I'm converting that to meters. So that will end up being, well, 190.9 meters. All right, so then we have 190.9 meters. That will be equal to, well, X number of yards, all right, because we still don't know how many yards. And then we can cross multiply. So these are both meters, these are both yards. So what do we have when we cross multiply? Well, X is approximately 190.9 times 1.09. And the answer will be in yards because X was in yards. So 190.9 times 1.09. And this will be, well, that's about 208.081, and that will be yards. All right, so there we go. So where is that answer on here? There it is. All right, there it is. 208.081 yards. So what did I say again? I said that 1,909 decimeters was equal to 208.081 yards. So what a time to be alive. I really hope that you enjoyed that problem here because we're not done. The time of enjoyment is not yet over. So we're going to have another temperature problem here. So that will be convert the 41 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius. So remember, Fahrenheit is F, and that's in the English system. And Celsius is just C, and that's in the metric system. So to go from Fahrenheit to Celsius, we have that conversion factor right here. C is equal to 5 times F minus 32 over 9. So C is 5 times F minus 32 over 9. So I wouldn't actually go here and convert this to a decimal here because 5 over 9 is a repeating decimal, so that would be a little bit harder to keep track of the digits. All right, so we'll just go ahead and we will go ahead and insert the 41 degrees Fahrenheit right here in for F. So what do we have here? We have 5 times 41 minus 32 over 9, and we'll use the order of operations here. So we have 41 minus 32, that's 9, and so then the 9's divide out, so we have C is 5, so 5 degrees Celsius. So what did I actually say here? I said 41 degrees Fahrenheit, or 41 degrees Fahrenheit without the degrees symbol, is going to be equal to the 5 degrees Celsius. So 5 degrees Celsius when I write this all out in words. So here we go. There it is. So what a time to be alive. So 41 degrees Fahrenheit is still not very warm. I like it at least maybe in the 60s or so. So I wouldn't say this is warm at all. So let's try another one here. So let's convert 693 milliliters to gallons. So milliliters is ml, and that's in the metric system. And gallons is GAL, and that's in the English system. So we want 693 milliliters equal blank gallons. So let me look at my conversion chart from metric to English and see if I can find anything that I might be able to use. All right, metric to English, and I see that I have 1 liter is about 0.26 gallons. So 1 liter is approximately 0.26 gallons. But what do I see here? Then I need to convert the 693 milliliters to gallons, so I can use the metric staircase to do that. So 693 milliliters. All right, I need to convert that to gallons, so I'll convert it first to liters. So that will be 69.3 centiliters, then 6.93 deciliters, and then 0.693 liters. So this is 0.693 liters is equal to X gallons. So now I can set up a proportion. So these are both in liters, these are both in gallons. So I have 1 over 0.693 is 0.26 over X. I cross multiply, so X is 0.26 times 0.693. And remember, this is in gallons because X was in gallons. So what do I have here? I have 0.26 times 0.693, and that will be, X is about 18018 gallons. So there you go. That is what I said here, that 693 milliliters was about the 0.18018 gallons. What a time to be alive. So unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video on converting between systems of measurement and temperature, and I hope you're already looking forward to the next one. Thank you and have a great day.